I got ghosted by a 45-year-old man 2 weeks ago, which still bothers me because I feel like at our age, I'm not in my 40s, but I feel like if you're over 40, like, can't we just communicate? Like, do we really have to do the ghosting shit still? So I'm forcing myself to go out, and somebody's like, maybe you'll meet somebody. I don't want to meet anybody. I'm tired of you. Tired of all of you.
You know what, like, really annoys me are people, in particular guys, who send you a message, whether it was like word or a post or like a reaction on like one of your stories or something, and then you respond back maybe with like a legitimate question, and then they just ghost you. Especially someone like you think is a friend, but then you're just like, why do you never respond to me? Like, you send me these little pieces of whatever, and I send you something back, probably like a question that warrants a response, and then you don't send me anything. Like, I don't have time for that. Honestly, I'm done. Done with those people. If you don't have the time to send me a message back, no thanks.
So I recently discovered this video about ghosting that this queen goddess of a woman posted, and it just hit me because she's so spot on with it. Yeah, I don't know when ghosting became like such a norm in dating culture and like society in general, but it's out there and it's shit and it's happening way too often. It happens to me all the time. I can't stand it. So I've decided going forward, I'm going to, anybody who ghosts me, I'm just going to send them this video with a sassy little caption attached to it, and I'm just going to leave it right there. I've also decided to like backtrack a little bit and send it to the most recent person who ghosted me. So yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously they didn't respond, because why would a ghost respond? Yeah. I mean, there's other people who have ghosted me in the past, but I mean, I'm not going to send it to them because they literally meant nothing to me. So if you didn't get one, you meant nothing to me. So to all the queens out there who are continuously getting shit on by men, and before I get chewed apart, I know it goes both ways. I'm just speaking to one side, for God's sake. Yeah, keep finding your voice, keep using your voice, stand up for yourself. Don't let somebody treat you like shit. Hold people accountable for the way they make you feel. If somebody hurts you, use your words and tell them they've hurt you. Be a sassy bitch. The fuck? Life is too short. Rant over.
For most of the last 20 years, looks were thought to be insurance. Pretty enough, and the rules didn't apply to you. That insurance policy got canceled quietly somewhere around 2024. Now, even the women at the top of the visual hierarchy are filming themselves crying about 3-day-old unanswered texts.
Stop fucking ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. It is utter bullshit. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s. She's successful. She's incredible. She's an awesome person. So fun to be around and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy on Hinge or some shit. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much, no love bombing. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that bullshit. And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out this like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She was like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from fucking again. And this is the type of shit I'm saying. Be a fucking grown up. Just because you're not into somebody, whether you met somebody else or you're not that into them or you really, whatever, I don't really give a shit what your reasoning is. Just fucking send a text. Hey, I think you're great. I had a really great time getting to know you, but this is not the connection I'm seeking. Take care. It takes 2 fucking seconds to be a grown-ass adult. But for all of these cowards that are hiding behind their phone, don't give me this bullshit. Oh, it's better for the other person. I'm not hurting them. And it hurts them to tell them the truth or that I met someone else. Oh, but you think disappearing on somebody that had a great connection with you, that was super into you think that's the fucking answer? That's on you. That shows your cowardice. That shows your avoidance. That shows that you can't handle confrontation. If a girl can't handle, she argues with what you say, you have every right to block the bitch, to fucking never talk to her again. But send a simple fucking message, and it's enough of this stuff. Enough of these games. It's enough of this garbage. Do fucking better. Stop ghosting people. Stop treating people as if they're fucking transactions and going right back on the app to swipe, 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 swipe. It doesn't work that way in the real fucking world.
Wonder why high value men are not approaching you? It's not because they don't exist. It's because women scared them all away. All I see on social media is men being canceled and scrutinized just for being men. We have literally embarrassed, belittled, and threatened men just for trying to approach us women. I understand there are some horror stories out there, but women can be just as guilty. All the high value men are doing the same thing us women do on a daily basis. Like go to the gym, go to work, get coffee, go to the grocery store. The problem is that women have become so cold and out of touch with our feminine energy that men are literally horrified of being that guy or getting canceled and trashed on. Most of them have just completely backed off because we women have been screaming at them not to come talk to us. We have to take accountability for our action and behavior as women and stop making men look like monsters and start embodying our feminine energy to be more warm and inviting for the right man to swoop you off your feet.
Stop chasing girls and focus on yourself. I know this sounds like cope, but hear me out. When you're obsessed with getting a girlfriend, come across as desperate and needy. Girls can sense this a mile away, no matter how you look. When you're focused on your goals, your body, your career, you naturally become that one step more attractive. You have things going on, you have purpose. Girls are drawn to guys who have their own life. Chase excellence and let the girls come to you.
The Chad calculation broke the old hierarchy. A man with options doesn't need to commit. A man with options needs to filter, sample, and move. A pretty face used to lock his interest. Now it gets her in the door, but she still has to demonstrate something else to keep his attention past week 2.
Women trying to improve their appearance and always look better is the male equivalent to always trying to make more money and never feeling satisfied. Of course, it can go either way, okay? This is just a generalization. But with men, their thing is like money, right? Okay, they try to make more money. And that is like status, that is like security in relationships and whatever. That's their thing. For women, it's beauty. So we're always trying to improve our appearance and trying to find safety through beauty. But the thing is, I think wrinkles and everything are beautiful, and I think it shows wisdom and life experience and everything. But like technically speaking, in our society, you look worse as you get older as a woman. So there's an issue with this. If you base your security in life on your appearance, you will always be let down. So you need to have the self-awareness and self-respect to realize that this cannot be an endless pursuit to be better and better and better. My personal belief is you can improve your appearance while also respecting yourself and not making this an endless pursuit, but it's a very delicate balance. And I am leaning more and more into this. After making hundreds of glow up videos, hundreds of weight loss videos, I am realizing this more and more. Let me know your thoughts because I'm very, very curious. Anyway, we'll talk soon.
Pretty privilege as a concept was always real, but also self-limiting. It opens doors and skips lines. It does not build sustained interest. A man who initially overlooks the personality flaws because of the face eventually notices the personality flaws and walks. The face just delayed the inevitable by about 3 dates.
I have been wasting my pretty privilege. It's like I recognize that I am pretty. I think that I am pretty. But I don't feel like I have been using it to my full potential, and looks are fleeting and fading. They will not be here forever. I feel like I need to use them to their full potential while I have them. I met this lady at Home Goods today, and she was like, oh my gosh, are you a model? And I was like, no. And she was like, you are the most stunning, gorgeous person I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't give out compliments. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then I'm like, why am I not a model? Why am I not a model? It was a compliment, but she really got me into shape because I'm like, why am I not? It's because of me. Why do I feel pretty but not photogenic? Because of me. I think like anything else, taking photos is an art, and you need to practice and you need to feel comfortable or else it shows. I have never been comfortable, and I really need to start applying pressure and
Just doing things that make me uncomfortable. And I need you to start doing things that make you uncomfortable. And we're going to check back in a year and see where we're both at, okay? Okay, bye. Love you.
A theme keeps surfacing in male Reddit threads and YouTube comment sections. The consensus that the hottest women are often the least pleasant to be around. Years of male attention without effort produced a generation of women who never developed the skills that hold a relationship together. The face is excellent. The rest is undeveloped.
I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant right now because I have seen so many people and so many videos of people talking about like having pretty privilege and like the perks and the good of pretty privilege. I know a lot of people have probably went through some of the things I've been through when it comes to the bad part of having pretty privilege. And I feel like that's not something that's talked about enough. So I want to talk about it today. And yes, having pretty privilege comes with the perks, benefits, good experiences, things like that. But no one talks about like the dark side of pretty privilege. And I'm not just talking about the basic shit. I'm not talking about having haters and people being jealous of you. No. I'm talking about something a lot deeper. And this is specifically when it comes to men. Granted, I was with someone for like 12 plus years, my ex. And obviously in the beginning, I was super young, didn't really like comprehend a lot. I wasn't as self-aware as I am today. Towards the end of my relationship with my ex, I began to feel a lot of like hatred, jealousy, and like resentment, specifically when it came to like my sobriety, because he couldn't do it. And also when I gained more of a bigger following like on TikTok and I started getting like PR, brand deals, things like that. And he just got like super jealous regarding that. So now that I've been single for about 6 years, specifically when it comes to men, I have been experiencing this whole time attention and not intention. So what I'm trying to say is like, I feel like a lot of people, specifically men, don't like me for me. They like my image. They like the way I make them feel. They like the way I look. When people approach me, they approach me with desire and not depth. They approach me with curiosity and not care. They approach me with excitement and not consistency. I almost feel like I'm some type of substance that they need to take a hit of to like stroke their ego, or them thinking they're not valued or they don't deserve certain things in life, just to say they like experienced me and to say that they had me, not to build with me. And any time I cut off a dude, they always spin the block. And I know that's very common with a lot of ladies nowadays, and it's been for a while. People always spin the block, for whatever reason that may be. But it's always like whenever they try to spin the block, it's always like, I miss you so much. I had so much fun with you. Like, I need that back. And I think to myself, like, on no cocky shit, but for real though, like, I think to myself, well, of course you miss me. Like, and I'm not saying no cocky shit, but of course you miss me, because I know what the fuck I am. I know who I am. I know what I bring. I'm fun. I'm energetic. I'm like down for whatever, as long as it's fun and safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very optimistic. I'm a funny girl. I'm nerdy sometimes. Like, I love to laugh. I crack jokes. I'm just like very like bubbly, outgoing, optimistic. That's just what I am. I just know what they mean when it comes to me being genuine, because I am genuine, especially when it comes to people that I really care about. Even just like my confidence speaks for itself. It's just hard to think sometimes, because you think people truly want you, but that doesn't mean they actually value you. And just because people are drawn to me doesn't mean they actually see me. And one last thing I want to say is that I think it's just so beyond me how men don't think that there's girls like me out there that are so self-aware that they know that this is happening to them. And that's probably why I'm so picky on who I give my time to. And that's probably why I'm going to remain single, and I'm going to hit the 7 years next year, because at this point I'm just disgusted.
The reaction videos when she sees the Chad married a 6 instead of waiting for her, those videos hit hardest. The 6 cooked. The 6 listened. The 6 didn't post on Instagram every 12 minutes. The Chad picked the woman who functioned as a partner, not the woman who functioned as a trophy. The trophy is still online complaining.
I finally told my boyfriend what my body count was, and no, we're not together. I understand some people don't like their partner's body count sometimes, and that it can be a deal breaker. But my boyfriend and I have been together for 6 months, and he finally, for the first time, asked me what my body count was. I told him I'm not going to be super specific, but let's just say it's more than 10, but less than 20. And he got very upset at me. He started saying things like, "You're a woman, you should hold yourself to higher standards." He said women that are promiscuous should be treated as thoughts. And I obviously got offended by that, because he was clearly referring to me.
Anyways, we made up, but for the past week, he's just been showing so many signs that he doesn't trust me and that he's clearly not over the conversation. Like now he always wants to see my location, which he didn't used to before. I tried to talk to him about it, being like, you can talk to me, like what's going on? And he's just still so resentful about my body count. He says that he can't stop thinking about it, like he can't stop thinking about me with other guys, and says that he can't believe that many guys used me. He was getting pretty heated with the conversation, and it came to a point where he literally called me a slut to my face. I didn't say anything, he just saw my face and he quickly backtracked saying, no, you're not a slut now, you were in your past and I'm willing to get over it because I love you. Yeah, no, you're not gonna call me a slut and be in a relationship with me. That's not gonna happen. Firstly, I don't even think my body count is that high. Secondly, I would never ever cheat on him or anybody else. So I just feel like he's being super unfair and he's showing a side that I didn't know. He's been blowing up my phone saying that he's sorry and whatnot, but I don't know if I should forgive him.
Body count matters, and if you think it doesn't, it probably means yours is too high. And I believe people need someone that looks like me to say that, to really believe it and let it sink in. Too often I'm seeing issues with young women in their early 20s and even in their teens that go around sleeping with their entire school, and then they wake up at 35, unmarried, unhappy, fat, and they're wondering, what happened? I used to be so hot. Everyone wanted me. And it's like, yeah, everyone had you. Your value is gone. What did you think was going to happen? But women don't want to hear that they shouldn't be sleeping around because it diminishes their empowerment or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But don't make it everyone else's problem in 10 years when you're sad and alone.
The used up framing isn't a manosphere insult anymore. It's a verifiable status. Most men in 2026 will research a woman before deciding if she's relationship material. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, paywalled history. The past doesn't stay buried because the past was filmed in HD and posted publicly.
Being pretty is not enough, and I say this with love. You can be drop dead gorgeous. You can have the hair, the nails, the clothes, the outfits. You can have it all. And yes, that will get you attention. But along with being pretty, you need some substance and you need depth. What's really going to carry you is your mindset, how you treat people, how you think, how you present yourself, and how you act when no one else is watching. I've seen it so many times, the most gorgeous, gorgeous girls, I mean beautiful girls, but they lack substance. So as you grow into womanhood, don't just focus on being pretty, okay? Treat people well, read, learn, grow, have a good attitude, have a good spirit, have standards and have self-respect, and I want you to build your confidence from the inside out. I'm losing my sunlight, but always remember, the goal is not just to be seen, it's to be valued.
Acceptance for the formerly pretty arrives later than for everyone else. She was insulated for longer. She had longer to believe the rules didn't apply. When reality finally arrives at her door, she's confused, then angry, then quietly devastated. The cycle takes longer than the average woman's, but ends in the same place.
My girlfriend told me her body count. I didn't ask. Her body count is 62 at 25. Can't stop thinking about this. Your relationship's over. Guys, don't share your body count numbers. 62, she's been busy. She's had a good time. Good on her. With where you're at, brother, and it sounds like you probably haven't had much experience in this field, and it's going to constantly plague your thoughts, you're probably better off just ending the relationship and then finding someone who you don't know what their body count is and you like them and you can just start fresh. Unless you're going to be working for years to try to forget this, and you probably will never forget it, and it'll always plague you. She's done irreparable damage. This is engraved in your mind now, so probably not waste your time, just end it. But hey, you're number 63, bro.
Never get into a relationship with a woman that you believe has a high body count just because you like her or just because you have, let's say, fallen in love with her. If you start to suspect that she has a very high body count, what's going to happen is that 6 months to, let's say, maybe 1 year into the relationship, you're going to really start to resent your decision. You're going to, like, here's what's going to happen. The honeymoon phase is going to wear off, and then you're going to be sitting there going, oh no, what did I do? And then what's going to happen is you'll realize you wasted an entire year or 2 years of your time or whatever the case may be, or the relationship will just go completely south. So be sure to not ever do that, okay? Try your absolute best to lead with good, rational intellect, and that's how you really make the most out of your life, even if that includes, you know, sometimes cutting people out of your life that you really do like at a core level.
The dating market in 2026 rewards substance, not surface. Men who paid a tax on looks for 15 years finally added the rest of the column: character, kindness, loyalty, stability. The women still trading on face alone are about to learn the receipt they were avoiding has been waiting all along.
Subscribe to Alpha Reloaded for more. Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button on your way out. See you next time.